Yo guys, what's good? I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry for holding up so long. Uh, I had to do a bit of work at my cousin's house, which I'll brief you guys on later at the video, and a lot of stuff there, like my schoolwork and everything, took up a lot of my time. But hey, hopefully I can get back to you with this video and do a whole lot better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get on with the video. Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and today, yeah, so this is another Bread and Bread video at your guys' request, and I decided I was going to talk about this considering I was struggling with this for the past few days. But first, let me address some stuff. For a bit now, I've been kind of off YouTube, but that's mainly because I kind of started to forget with all the schoolwork I had to do, because we're getting a lot of stuff already. I have to revise so much because my brain doesn't understand anything in digital, so I have to go revise constantly. So that's another problem. But past that, nothing else. There's not much I need to be saying, but that I've been kind of cut off schedule because I had to do a bit more work on school and my studies to catch up. So yeah, other than that, everything's fine. But there is one thing that happened, like, today that I'm a bit disappointed about. I'm procrastinating way too much lately. I mean, I should be training very hard, but I'm not. I'm not training as hard as I should be. But, that's what's pretty much just causing this downward spiral of what am I doing and why am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing repeatedly. I know I should be doing it, but why am I not doing it? And that's because of procrastination. Let me tell you this. There's two sides of your brain. There is the rational guy, the one who gets you off your ass and gets you doing the hard shit. He gets you working out. He gets you studying. He gets you working on that skill that can make you a whole lot of money in the future. And then there's the monkey. That monkey is responsible for every bad addiction you have. Whether it's scrolling, going on the hub, or OF. It doesn't matter. He's responsible for all of that. And whatever addiction you're having right now is because that monkey is taking over your brain. So, there's two sides. That rational guy is the intellect, and that monkey is the mind. The mind basically feels emotions, and the intellect thinks thoughts. Lately, I've been mostly operating on my mind, which feels emotions, and as a result, I've been more addicted to scrolling, because I've never been addicted to anything past that. It was just scrolling. So, my mind has been taking over recently instead of my intellect. And your intellect should be the one taking over, not your mind, just saying. So, that's a bad sign. And if you don't intervene with that side soon, it's just going to cause even more grief. So, what I'm saying is, you can't let that monkey control your head any longer. You have to break free. You have to let the rational guy get a chance to break free and actually give you a chance to succeed in life for once. And that won't happen unless you give the clear for that rational guy to do so. So, other than that, that's basically like the metaphor, but I'll explain what it means. So, bear with me, it might be a bit long, but it doesn't matter. As long as I can get this message out properly, it's good. So, basically, if you can get that part of your brain, if you can kick the monkey out and get the rational guy back in, you will start doing way better. You'll stop feeling a rush of motivation when you're like, oh my days, I'm doing too much of this, I need to start getting my shit together. And then you get so motivated, and then the next day you're like, I don't care anymore. You don't want that to happen, right? And that rational guy in the brain will prevent that from happening. The only reason that's happening is because the rational side is trying to take over, but isn't strong enough to overcome the monkey. So you need to make it strong enough to overcome the monkey, and once you can, discipline and consistency will start taking over. You'll not only have a bit of motivation, but you'll also be keeping it stable with discipline and consistency. Because if you're consistently going like 1 to 2 hours of working out for like 5 to 6 times per week, it's super good, bro. You're doing such a good job right now. Because guess what? I guarantee you that will help so much in terms of where you're going to end up in the future. Because guess what? You're going to be like super rich or something, and like you're going to be super, decked out in every possible way. And you're going to be like, it's all because I started working out. Because it not only changes your body, but it changes your life, bro. Because once you get that motivation from working out, that translates into everything else. It'll translate into your studies. It'll translate into any money-making skill that you have. All that knowledge will also get a boost. Because guess what? More energy. It'll give you more energy. And it'll also support things like martial arts, depending on the way you work out. If you work out seated and like Chris Bumstead, Sam Sulek, you will not be fit for martial arts. If you work out like an actual athlete, and if you work out like an actual martial artist, or for sports in general, then you're going to be very good at your specific sport. If you work out and lift weights for soccer, then you're going to be good at soccer because you're lifting like that. If you want to work out for basketball, then work out for basketball. Don't train like C-Bum. If you want to be a better basketball player, don't do that. So the main thing is stick with athletic lifts. Don't do anything like leg extensions or lat pull down. That will just destroy everything. It'll kill all your athleticism. What you should do is more free weight exercises, because I guarantee you guys, you will probably feel much more agile, powerful. You'll feel 10 times better. Because guess what? That added to your mental toughness. And because you trained for that sport, and you're now dominating heavily in that sport than you once were before, you're going to be so proud. You're going to be so confident. And that's only because you increase your mental toughness by training for that sport. And that's not bodybuilding. Bodybuilding isn't a true sport. And the reason why is because these guys get heaped up. They get super big. They get super lean. They get lean as hell. I mean, what am I doing, bro? I'm just trying to flex my abs that I end up pulling my tight white. Hey, that doesn't matter. I'm going to pretend that did not happen. I might edit that out entirely. But, hey, you're going to be bloody beefed up and shredded. And then you're going to be judged by a whole other dudes. And you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm the best looking dude. Because everyone else says so. And that's just a stupid tradition. It's pretty much gay. Like, what's the point? There's virtually no point. Like, what is the point of going onto a stage, posing for an audience who probably will very easily forget your name, and then going up to a bunch of guys and they're like, oh my god, bro, you look so good, bro, you're the best looking guy. What is that worth? I'm telling you, nothing. It's not worth anything. So why are you pursuing that? Pursue an actual sport. Because guess what? You're going to reap the benefits of winning, but you're going to still feel so much pain. You're probably going to struggle to run. And that's the thing with all these bodybuilders. They can't sprint because their arms, they're too heavy. Their entire weight is just too much for their own body. And that's because they've been forcefully putting it onto themselves over and over and over again. And that way their body can't embrace its full potential because guess what? There's too much muscle. Like, I know a lot of you guys believe there's like no such thing as too much muscle before. Even I used to believe that. Like, even I wanted to become like that jacked before. But then I realized that is not going to help. Becoming that jacked is never going to help you. So, what is the point if you're just sitting here, right? You're sitting here doing a lat pull down, you're doing a seated bicep curl on a bench. That's going to do nothing. Because guess what? You're not training this. You're not training this hard muscle called your core. If you're not training that, then where is all that energy going to go to? Because last time I checked, no performing like thing, like for example in a sport, you don't perform in a seated position. You're always standing. So why not do the exercise standing? Why not do a standing overhead press? Why not do pull-ups? Why not do push-ups? Why not do deadlifts? Why not squat? And why not stand and do an easy bar curl or something? Why not stand while doing it? You're working your core at the same time, and as a result, you'll gain a much stronger, capable physique. Because guess what? Your core is no longer a limiting factor, because the whole problem with bodybuilding is they think the core is a limiting factor. It's only a limiting factor because you're doing seated exercises. You're doing too much of seated exercises. So I'm telling you guys, and even the bodybuilders at this age right now, if you cut down on that and just do more standing exercises, that will automatically help you so much, even in like bodybuilding itself. Like even the bodybuilders like Sebum or even Mike Israetel could agree that, oh my god, bro, squatting is so important, bro. You should be doing that. And then look at Alex Eubank. He stopped doing that entirely. And then he's having BDD, body dysmorphia. But I don't know if that relates, but that was probably a terrible example. I mean, bear with me, guys. I am still on a few legs, so yeah. I'm on, like, who knows how many straws left. Oh, well, other than that, you guys don't want to end up like that, right? You don't want to end up crippled like them. Because, honestly, even though if they're not physically crippled, they're probably mentally crippled. Because body dysmorphia is literally the definition of mentally crippled. Because guess what? You're too focused on how you look to the point where, oh my days, bro, I look like shit. When you don't even look like shit. In fact, you probably do look like shit, but it's more of too big instead of that. Like, I'd recommend just staying at an athletic physique so you can basically just perform well and be able to fight better as well. Because last time I checked, most of these guys are at their most athletic, their most purely athletic form when they're in their fights. Because honestly, that's the only dominant part. Because when you're in an athletic, like, peak athletic stage, you basically can throw your punches like, that's how fast it'll be. Won't even be that, like, hard to punch. You'll just be going, blitz. Just blitz your opponent. And that's what that athleticism will do. You'll basically have so much power pent up within you that you'll basically be unstoppable. I know I'm saying that word so many times, but I can't get that point down enough times. Because I will do it as many times as I like for you guys to understand this. And so you guys stop training like one of these bodybuilders like Sebum. You guys shouldn't really be training like them. You should be training more like an MMA fighter. Because guess what? That's going to make you like 10 times stronger. I mean, look at a bodybuilder curling bloody 70 and then like look at an arm wrestler or like not even an arm wrestler. Look at a martial artist. Look at both of them curling the exact same weight as those massive bodybuilders or even more. Like this arm wrestler at 17, he doesn't even look like one of those juiced up bodybuilders. He curled 120. Strict curl. And look what happened. So, basically, you guys probably should be focused more on keeping your athleticism rather than training just to be big. Because even though being big is a flex, that's the only benefit. There is no other benefit than being big is a flex. So, that's the only thing there. So, what's the point if there's only one benefit while there's like 200 other side effects? So, why not go for athleticism? There might be a few downsides there, like you're a bit small, but there's more good than bad in this case. You can fight better, you can run, you're not crippled. So, why not stay like that? Why not stay in an athletic peak? And then, the same thing for your brain. If you're basically just trying to continue trying to get smart as possible without any aim, you're just gonna probably crash. Nothing is gonna come well of it. So I'd recommend actually using a proper routine to study, to get smarter, and then to actually use that knowledge and be able to apply it in different ways. Because what's the point if you have so much knowledge, but there's nothing you can apply it in? And that's what school is. Because guess what? There are so many things you do in school. Like, for example, in Australia, you get an ATAR of 98. But what is it worth in the end? Nothing. That's what it's worth. If you get a 98 ATAR and don't get rich, it's worth nothing. So, basically, you don't even get rich off that ATAR anyways. It doesn't do anything. Like, no matter how high of an ATAR you get, there's so much competition that you'll still struggle to get a job. And you'll still struggle to get in that university you always wanted to go to. That's the thing for us Australians. Or, not really us Australians, but people living in Australia and pursuing an education in Australia. They need a super high ATAR and they still can't get there. So, that's how meaningless it is. And that's why I virtually don't care about an ATAR. I'm just doing it so I can probably get into a university. But even if that fails, I still have other things going for me. I'm not letting that stop me. So, virtually, I don't care too much if I fail. Because, honestly, what meaning will it be? There will be no meaning. Because guess what? You failed anyways. Regardless of how high you scored, you failed. So, yeah, that's the point. So, if you guys are aiming for something, but it's not going to translate into anything useful, you're basically just wasting your life, and you're wasting your time. And you're also wasting money. And that's what school can also be. If you're spending your time on stuff in school, you chose an elective, but you have a whole other career aspect than what you chose. It's basically a waste of time, your years of your life, and your money. That's what it is. So, if you don't want that to happen, at least pick the right electives in school for you that will actually help you get the job you want. And, I picked digital solutions so I could get into some sort of IT job, and that actually makes more sense because you'll probably have a bigger might have a bigger status in the IT department because you're in this sector of programmers or something, and you're responsible for more web development or certain aspects of the company. So yeah, that can help a lot. You could even pretty much learn how to do web development and then perfect that skill over and over and then sell websites to people. That could basically become one of these skills you can monetize. Just like content creation, you can basically monetize that skill by polishing it day by day. So if you guys aren't doing that right now, please start doing it. I know this video was almost 20 minutes long, but I needed to get out a good message for you guys. And I don't want you guys to fall into these same habits and then lose yourselves and only realize years later that that was what you were supposed to do and then have a midlife crisis at the age of 30 or 40. Because believe me, do you honestly want to feel like that? No. So, do me a favor, subscribe and share, and don't forget to actually wake up in the morning. Don't sleep in until 12 PM. Because I guarantee you, bro, if you wake up at least 8 AM, you will have so much time in your day. You will have so much more time than waking up at 12 PM, 1 PM. Because you're basically already closer to just going back to sleep again. You're not really going to get much done. So, that's basically it, guys. Please like and subscribe and share. I'm mentioning this again because I can't stress how much you guys are pretty much need this, and I'm gonna thank you guys so much. The guys who have already subscribed, we're almost at 60 subs, so I thank you guys so much for getting me there, bro. I got 10 subscribers off one video, and if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be closer than I ever was to 100 subs, and I'm hoping I can reach that by the end of the year. Or at least by the first half of the year. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.